I agree with you, General King, that it's futile to try to blame someone or some ones for the situation that we found ourselves in today. That's not the issue. We're in a situation now. What does the United States do, if anything? I agree with my friend from New York that this is a bigger event than a small civil war. It's been waged for centuries between Sunnis and Shias, and I see this as just more of the same that historically has had conflict in the region. Assuming the United States backs off and watches what takes place, how is it going to play out? General, what do you think will play out? We just back off and we watch.
Yeah, well, first of all, you have to, it's convenient to characterize this as a sectarian conflict, a civil war. Shia and Sunnis been fighting each other for hundreds of years, and ISIL would love you to do that. The fact of the matter is, the radical Islamists, the Al-Qaeda movement, and now the ISIL movement clearly wants to dominate all Arab lands. Most of those are run by Sunnis, even though they're a Sunni-based terrorist organization. So the fact is, if we sit back and do nothing, ISIL will continue to pursue its goals. I would agree about Iraq itself and Baghdad. It's likely they cannot succeed there, but it's not certain. They are skilled and crafty at what they do. They wouldn't launch an all-out attack on Baghdad. They'd go into Sunni neighborhoods, do what they did in 2006, conduct terrorist activities, and from there, own those neighborhoods and begin to mortar and rocket the green zone, et cetera, breaking will, suicide bombs going off, et cetera, making a run at the green zone as a limited attack to break will. So ISIL, I don't think, is giving up. They are working around the periphery of Baghdad right now. We've been tracking it every single day. They have multiple attacks north, west, and south. So clearly they have a mind to go into Baghdad and be successful. I don't think they can be, but certainly I'm telling you that's their objective. The fact of the matter is ISIL is sitting there very exposed to us. And if we accept the fact that they are a threat to the Middle East stability, and that seems blatantly obvious right now, and we have a 350-kilometer border with Syria that ISIL now owns, and there's a 175-kilometer border with Iraq that ISIL now owns. Clearly, Jordan is next. They have stated it's next. They're not going to go down the road to Jordan like they did to Mosul. The Jordan Air Force will blow them right off the road. But they will unite with the Salafists, bring foreign fighters in there, begin a major terrorist movement, use both borders on that Jordan that they own, and begin major infiltration. That is next. That is what is in front of us if we do nothing. We have known sanctuary staging bases, command and control facilities that are available to us to strike now. This is not about Sunni tribes. Sunni tribes are not in Syria. Sunni tribes are not up north where they're facilitating these operations from. They began to pick them up when they got into Mosul. There's plenty of targets that we have that we can start to do some damage to them.
So you recommend airstrikes?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
And what else?
Well, I would bring in our clandestine special operation forces, let them pick the place they need to conduct operations, and start taking down ISIL leaders, high-value targets, critical nodes that they can do. Those targets, believe me, after we've been applying all of our intelligence resources just on what's going on in Mosul alone, are available to us now.
All right. Thank you. Just a couple more questions, Mr. Bandow. Let me ask you two questions. What if it plays out to a three-state solution, as the Ambassador talked about earlier, the Kurds in the north and then two other provinces in the south, 3 states? Is that such a bad idea?
A lot depends on specifically how it plays out. I don't think independent Kurdistan is a bad idea. I think Turkey has come around with a willingness to deal, and I think that is very important. Until recently, that would have been quite problematic with Turkey. The issue for the Sunni areas, of course, is oil and access to resources. Concern about Shia would be a Shia-dominated republic would be under greater domination, presumably, of Iran. I think we're facing a situation of compared to what? Can you hold the place together? Can you get a division that works out where you have some overall national government that's quite limited, and you have people at least willing by separation to live in peace? I think nothing is going to come out of this easy, and nothing is going to come out of it without bloodshed. The question is, does a separation process like that give us a better chance to have a long-term peaceful solution as opposed to trying to hold it together? And my fear is we may have passed the point. Given the alienation of the Sunnis, can we hold it together at this point?
All right, thank you. I'll yield 5 minutes to the ranking member, Mr. Sherman from California.